not really an adult, and you're very clearly not a teenager. But seriously, I can't wait to work. I can't wait to really work, to have a job, to have responsibility, to be treated like an adult. Look, you know, I'm happy when I work. Aren't you? I'm happiest when I'm busy. And I'm most fulfilled when I'm contributing. Yeah. I love goofing off. Sleeping in. I love my computer, my phone. Mom took my phone from me though. It was like taking me off life support. But you know, and I'm sure you do. Doing nothing all day in front of a screen. Yep, I don't have one up here because I don't have my phone anymore, Mom. It doesn't make you feel good just looking at it all day. Like, I mean, unless you're doing something on it. But if you're just looking at it, you know, it's useless. So, do you guys agree? Say 10x if you agree. This year, let's agree, like we just did a few seconds ago, to work more, not less. To learn more, not less. To experience more, not less. That's what 10x is about. Okay, on your feet, guys. Come on. So repeat after me. I am gonna work more. I'm gonna do more. I am gonna learn more.
Hey guys, thank you so much for
listening.
Come here, Sabrina, come here.
Okay.
Come here. These guys. I was 45 years old and I was by myself in my life. I hadn't made money, I had businesses that were working. I didn't have her. Couldn't find the right woman. And I didn't have these. And this little girl right here, Sabrina, was born 5 days before my best friend passed, which was my mother. And this was my mom's. Sabrina was born 5 days before my mom passed, and my mom was my best friend. I spent thousands of hours playing blackjack with her here in Vegas. And my mom taught me so much about life. So much she taught me about life, about hard work, do what you say you're gonna do, work hard, show up, keep showing up. She never ever, not one woman that I brought home, and I brought a lot of them home, 10x. Not one of them did she approve of until Elena, okay? So these guys, both of them, thank you for letting us, you know, give them the stage and using your time. This experience they have with you, they will never forget in their life. It will catapult their start. They both, just so you know, they both wrote their own scripts, both of them, all their jokes. Okay? All right, now get off the stage because I got somebody to bring up. I love you, buddy. Okay, so this is how you get your money fixed. Number one, never spend it until you get it. Okay, so like if you're in a sales department, this means, all this translates to every department, by the way. This is exactly how I run every department, how we cash flow companies, how we make decisions on when to spend money in advertising. I don't count a deal closed. I don't count money in until the money's in. Right? So until you could sign the deal and these guys are going to split a suite, I'm like, that shit ain't happened yet. When you guys give me a credit card and it goes through, I'm suspect to yours, sir. Okay. Once it goes through and the money hits my account, then I can spend that money. Everybody agree with that? Okay, I don't spend tomorrow's money. Number 2, 40% rule. If you could do this 40% rule that most people just completely don't get. Okay. If you got 100% of your money and 40% just for 40% goes to the IRS. Our friends over at the IR and the S. Who hates them? Say 10X if you hate the IRS. Oh my God. Democrats and Republicans come together. Okay? 40%, man, if you'll pay them 40%, you should at least pay you 40%. Everybody agree? You figured out, everybody in the room's figured out how to pay these people. They don't trust you. That's why they take it out of the check before you can get the check. The law says, I have to withhold from you. They don't trust you, man. You work for me. I have to withhold from you before you get your money. So they get their piece first. That is a good financial decision. I pay them, good. You got to pay Caesar. That's what Jesus said, pay him. Okay, and then what? Then you pay you, okay? And then you live on this. And this is where it becomes difficult. You live on the 20. And you do not change your standard of living until the 20 changes. So I don't rent the Lamborghini. Where's Cody at? Who came up in a Lamborghini the other day at my place? Where's T? Dude, that's stupid, man. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Okay, like it's no big deal. It's just $1,700. But you know what it says to me? Hey, I'm not disciplined with my money. I'm just saying. Like, you got to be disciplined with money. If you cheat on your money, it will cheat on you. You ignore your money, it will ignore you. If you don't take care of it, it won't take care of you. How many believe this? Okay, rich people, as much as you might not like them, yeah, their kids got drug problems, their marriage is falling apart, but people that accumulate a lot of money paid attention to the money. At least they did that part. Unfortunately, they didn't figure out the marriage, they didn't figure out the kids, but that's got nothing to do with money. That's because they didn't take the time to figure out the other games too. So look, this is the game right here. I did not change my level of living until this number changed. I've always paid the IRS. I've been audited 4 times. They can't get anything from me. 4 times. I think they got $1,500 from me on one of the audits. They'll always get something. I mean, you just throw them something. Here. Fetch. Okay? Because they got to have something. The guy's got to go back and say, look, look what I got. I mean, you wasted your time. 3 of them, they got nothing. Okay? And so like, this is what I'm living on. This is how I make my decisions. In the business, this is what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, 40%, if this is a business, 40% goes to the biz, to advertising, to marketing. Spend it all. Okay, I don't, if I got 3 employees and I got a business that the money's coming in, it's just running to me, okay? I'm not keeping that for me to live on. I'm keeping that for the business to live on. Feed the business. Feed the beast. How many of you read the book, Be Obsessed or Be Average? It says, feed the beast. That's the beast. Feed the beast. Feed the advertising. Feed the marketing, okay? And what happens is you end up broke. You can't live down here. So what do you have to do? If you can't live on this, what do you have to do? You got to either lower your standard of living, control your standard of living, or you got to increase that 100%. So, yeah. So you know, you're not out buying Richard Mille watches and Rollses and jets and blah blah blah, and Gucci belts, and belts you can't even, you know, you got YL on your belt. That ain't your initials. What are you doing, man? Right? And you're not faking me out. It's not like you're going to fake. It's not like you're tricking somebody with your Gucci shoes. You know, no. Everybody, it's not going to get you a meeting. Everybody agree with that? It's just not going to get you anything. Oh, man, you look really good. Yeah, so what? What you got to say? What's your product? What's your offer? How does it solve my problem? That's all I really care about at the end of the day. Okay, number 3. If you can't write it off, this is just a great principle. If you can't write it off, don't buy it. So these are screens. They're little filters, right? It doesn't mean that I will never violate these. It means I got to have some position to start trying to live off of this. If I can't write it off, I'm not going to buy it, right? So, like, what do I? Also, if I could write it off, I'm more inclined to buy it. Number 4, rent and lease, don't own. You don't need to own any of this stuff. Just use it. Number 5, stabilize and grow your first flow before adding a second one. Don't go work on a second flow outside of your company. Work on a second flow inside your company. How many of you have seen somebody leave? They got a second gig. I mean, this is really people selling baseball cards now. And spending 3 hours finding something on eBay to flip. Like, what are you doing, man? You could have earned that $40 at your job that day. Like, why am I going after hours to figure a side hustle when I was in my hustle for 8 hours? Like, what? You resent where you work that much? That, I'm going to go do this other thing at night. Oh, I just made $40 and it took me 4 hours. And that's $10 an hour. The guy I worked for today paid me $28 an hour. Like, it doesn't even make sense. The math doesn't even work. But that advice is like rampant in society today. Number 6, the 47 rule. So the 47 rule is, look, if you're going to put 40 hours in at work, how many of you work 40 hours a week? Let me see if you work at least 40 hours a week. Okay? How many of you in the room work 60 hours a week? Good for you. How many work 80 hours a week? And you're like, how many of you complain about it too? Like, God damn, I did 100 hours this week. Shit, quit complaining, man. You should be bragging about it. There's going to be a day where you can't work. You're going to wake up one day and say, I wish I could go to work. Nothing works anymore. So quit complaining about it. I always say, man, you bragging or complaining? Oh, man, I work 100 hours a week. I remember when I was part-time. I remember when I couldn't think big. Every super successful person that I've studied talks about 100-hour, 140-hour work weeks, 1,000-hour work weeks, burning late. Bill Gates talking about, I would grab something to eat, I would fall asleep, and I would write code. And that's all I did. I ate and I wrote code. And if I couldn't write code, I went to sleep. Think is giant and massive. Okay? When China was ripping Bill Gates off at Microsoft, okay, he says, hey, China's stealing Microsoft, not their hardware, but their software. He's like, if they're going to steal it, we want to make sure it's Microsoft. And I was like, man, the thinking's brilliant, right? It's like, if you're going to rip anything off, make sure you're ripping our product off, okay? So change your thing. 40% rule means, the 47 rule means this. I spend 40 hours working for somebody, spend at least 7 hours working on yourself every week. Hour a day. I mean, what is that? I'm going to read, okay? All these guys talk about reading books. Warren Buffett talks about reading 3 and 4 hours a day. Read. They got guys actually saying they don't read anything, bragging about it. I never read. I've never read anything. Books are for idiots. Okay, well, look, all these super successful people that built billion-dollar businesses are reading. And they got smart people around them, okay? And if you don't like reading, who doesn't like reading in a room? Yeah, well, good. So what? Billy Boy reads. Okay, you got to read, folks. You got to read. It doesn't matter if you want to do it or not. I don't like to work out either. So what? Sometimes I don't like my kids. How many of you got kids? How many of you sometimes you're like, man, jump, get off the balcony. Okay, number 7, stay broke. Stay broke. Y'all got to stay broke, man. Cash is garbage. You don't need money. You don't need cash. Cash is trash. Your mommy and daddy didn't know this. Cash is garbage. It is trash. Take it out. Use it. It is worthless until it is put to work. Okay? Listen to me. Money is worthless until it is put to work. Money is useless until it is used. It's a piece of paper. Okay? It's got God on it. Look how they tricked us. Let's put God on there, man. Okay, we'll put Ben Franklin. It wasn't God's idea to have his name on a piece of paper. Everybody agree with that? That's a pitch. Come on, man. Put Ben Franklin on this. Right? He's the president. Okay? Like he ain't my president. He dead. And then we act like it's sacred, and I got to keep it and protect it, and now it's mine. This is what Brandon was doing this morning. We're talking about currency. If you look up the word, it comes from current. Current flows. It has to be in circulation, right? It's plentiful. It's a piece of paper. It's only valuable when I take it out of my pocket, get it out of the system, and put it to work. If I give it to the bank, if I call up Wells Fargo today and say, here's $100, what are they going to do with it? They're going to convert it. Instantly convert it into digits, and then they will send it out 9 times. Almost 10x. Never lose money. Number 8, never lose money. Okay? Now, if I leave this $100 right here on this table, on this podium, is there a chance I'm going to lose that money? If I go buy a piece of marketing, if I say, hey, Frank, go buy me an ad on Facebook. Or, hey, ad, take a YouTube video that we did. We already got a bunch of impressions on this YouTube video. Put $100 behind that YouTube video, and let's see if we can get a couple more people to see it. Which would be more valuable? This, I leave this right here. How many believe if I leave this here all weekend, somebody at Turnberry will take it? Jeff? Huh? Shit, Jeff will take it. He runs the place. The Sofers will take it. The son will take it. I steal everything. This is my hotel. My daddy taught me right. Okay? Never lose money. And if you look, if you're sitting around with cash in your wall, if you're sitting around with cash, you're going to lose the money. If you leave your money in the bank, you're losing money. Everybody agree? Okay, you're going to negative rates. We will go to negative rates in America. We will go to negative rates. Germany's negative rates right now. Japan's been negative for, 3 or 4 or 5 years. We will go negative in this country. Right now, you're earning 0.0012 at the bank. You're earning one eighth of 1%. So compound interest in the 70s, compound interest was a real thing. That does not exist today at 0.0012. You can't compound a fraction of a 1% and expect anything to happen. Okay, cash flow is what you want. You don't want cash, you want cash flow. How many investors here? How many of you invested with me? Let me see hands again. Okay, good. Did you get a check this month? Every month, 17th of the month, bang, he gets his check. What did I pay you this month?
$3,300.
$3,300.
We just did $1 million with you.
Yeah, give him a big hand. This is the kind of guy you want to know right here. Now, Dr. Carl and I belong to the same church, and he injects stem cells in my. I got some knee problems, and so twice a year I go to Dallas, and he gives me an injection, and he says it works, and I cross my fingers and hopes it works. You know, he's like, "How's it working, Grant?" I said, "I don't know. I think it's working. I want it to work." Okay. Number 10, never quit until you achieve your goals. Your financial goals. Never give up on your financial goals until you achieve your financial goals. There's people in this room, folks, that are going to be worth billions of dollars. There's a billionaire in this room right now. I'll guarantee you. Could be 2 or 3 of them. Billionaires in the making right here. Okay? Question is, who's it going to be? Now, if somebody in this room, how many believe this? If somebody in this room made a decision, I'm going to put together $1 billion. How many believe that's possible? Everybody in the room believes it's possible. You might not think it's possible for you, but you know it's possible. Which means what? The money's available. Would you do good things with that $1 billion? Okay, you know that about yourself. You don't know about the guy sitting next to you. You know that about yourself. So you know somebody could do it, and you know if you did it, you'd do good things with it, right? So go do it, man, because the money's out there. There's plenty of it. And I grew up with a little 4'11" Italian lady that knew nothing about money. She just knew, hold on, clip coupons, Save your money. How many were brought up like that? Penny saved is? Penny earned. Save for a? See, you were brought up the same way I was. Eat all your food. If you don't eat it all, save it, put it in the refrigerator, right? Some of you got food in your refrigerator right now, 3 and 4, 5 days old. You have no intention of eating it. Some of you got like an eighth of a bagel left from 5 days ago. Right now you're like, oh, it's in there right now. You got ice cream in your freezer that's like 6 months old. It's expired twice. It's got that much frost on it, but you got one bite left. I know it's still good. You tell your kids this too. You pass on the same bullshit to your kids. Eat all your food, eat all your food, eat all your food. And then you wonder why we got obesity problems in America. We live in a country that's rich, and the people have scarcity in their minds. What's the revenue from the last tour?
Revenue?
It's huge, right?
I mean, I think I probably did 100+ million on last tour. 100+ million.
You can't make 100 million. You can't do 100 million just telling jokes. You got to own the show.
Well, I'm at a point where the business and touring is one that I control. So if I do a building, I don't need to get fronted. I don't need a promoter to basically ensure the event. So I take 95% of the door, and taking 95% of the door, I'm also my own marketer. I'm my own team. So all of that stuff that comes in where people are normally allowed to profit and benefit, you kind of put that together yourself. So your revenue grows because your enterprise is ran by you and the people that you put in the position to control and evolve. So my friends that you look at as just regular guys are now businessmen that help me run the enterprise that I now have. So that ridiculous number that you're looking at is one that we're proud of because it's a testament to the hard work and dedication that they put into me and that I put into the craft as well. Thank you.
And look, you guys see this guy on social media pushing tickets?
Yeah.
Like I admire that. Like you pop on and say, hey, tonight I'll be in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Come see us.
Well, if you are your product, I think nobody knows what you are more than you. So if you're selling yourself, that means that you got a high level of belief in what you do and what you put your time and energy into. So when it comes to me marketing in anything, you get 110% of me speaking on behalf of what I'm passionate about. If it's stand-up comedy, I'm talking about it because I put 1.5 years into developing whatever the material is that I'm doing on that live show. If it's a movie,
No matter how much you've already achieved, you will desire to continue making accomplishments in the future. I am compulsive with leaving a legacy and making a positive footprint and impact on planet Earth. You must think in terms of being everywhere, all at the same time, omnipresent. This is the kind of 10x mindset necessary to dominate your sector.
If you commit to taking 10x actions consistently, followed up with more 10x actions, then I assure you that you will be propelled into situations where you will find yourself everywhere, all at the same time. The more attention you get, the more places you will be, the more people you are with, the more you can be everywhere.
When I was 16 years old and I couldn't help my mom, all I wanted to do was help my mom. The only reason I wanted money was I didn't want my mom to be scared. And I couldn't solve the problem. I told my mom when I was 16 years old, one day I'm going to become super successful, and when I do, I am not going to worry about money, and I'm going to help a bunch of people. My goal, our goal, my family's goal, my team's goal is to literally cover this planet, invest energy and resources in the entire planet. I'm going to go make friends all over the world. I want people all over the world to know my name, because if people don't know you, they can't flow you. If you want all the money in the universe to come your way, you got to get attention. You guys got to pay the price. Number one thing you got to do to guarantee your success is you have to understand this thing called the 10X rule. Look, my mission is to help people. There's a lot of great places, and what makes places great are the people. That's what I like, right? Meeting somebody I don't know that I actually might have helped somebody in another part of the world. I am committed. I am 10X. I want a 10X life. Thank you very much. Thank you.
An interesting thing about success is it's like a breath of air. Although your last breath of air was important, it's not nearly as important as your next breath. If you stop trying to succeed, it's like trying to live the rest of your life off the last breath of air.
This is the great secret of my life. The thing that has made me is one word. Dude, this thing is so big. It's about the 10X movement.
This guy is inspiring. There's something genuine about Grant Cardone.
He's got so many different ideas for what you can actually do, and he's really changed the way I look at my business.
I really connected with Grant because I grew up without a dad like he did.
International sales expert Grant Cardone.
New York Times best-selling author.
Has founded up to 14 companies now and growing still.
Money won't make you happy, folks. Poverty won't get you anything.
He's an international speaker to speak about motivation, leadership, entrepreneurship, and finance. The man, Uncle G, Mr. Grant Cardone!
These are roads, and I bought into the concept that if I build it, they will come. A road without traffic is useless. So I need you to get traffic. I need you to get attention.
I found out that when I was contributing to the life of another person, it was better fuel than it was contributing to my own bank account.
If you're going to be the ultimate success that you really want to be, you've got to be able to relate outside of your comfort zone. So I came to shatter some boxes.
You are the one. You are the one that's going to break the generational curses in your family. You are the one that's going to be the first multi-millionaire in your family. You just ain't stepped up to the plate yet.
It's really remarkable how you can achieve anything in life. How do you define big? What's your dream?
I'm going to show you guys how to instantly outspend your competitors and ethically steal all potential customers in your market, which is going to be pretty exciting, right?
We want to see you strong, powerful, and winning in life. We are 10X!
It is my job to give you the data, give you the information, give you the strategy, make ourselves available to help you. Your job is to continue to show up.
Hey, Grant Cardone, and welcome. Here we are Sunday, and I wanted to bring to you what you missed. Okay, I've had literally tens of thousands of people email, call our office, text us, hit my 305 text number that I hit you guys with, saying, man, I missed your event, or I could only see an hour of it. We literally did, what, 5 days times 6 hours?
5 days,
about 30
plus
hours.
1 day, plus an hour or so every day in between. It was a lot.
Yeah, 31 hours or so, they're telling me. And I know a lot of you got busy with life, with kids, with spouses, with parents, with life, right? And things happen. And so because so many people reached out to us, I wanted to come in here for the next 89 minutes and share with you what you missed, what we shared, so we could prepare people around the world, wherever you live. You live in Cincinnati, you live in Dubai, you live in Detroit, Singapore, wherever you live. Look, we're going worldwide. Things are changing in the economy. Things are changing in business, okay? Technology is starting to advance us. We got war problems or conflicts around the world. We got economic issues here in the United States and around the world because we printed so much paper, and that is going to affect you, your business, and your household. So we created an event. It was a 5-day, 6-day event now, 7 days?
Yeah,
they kept adding days.
Yeah.
And over this period of time, what I did was I shared how you could become unbreakable in business, unbreakable, able to be unbroken, right? I did this in Undercover Billionaire, by the way. This whole thing came up because when I was asked to do that TV show, they said, what if you were broke? And I was like secretly telling myself, bro, you can't break me. They're like, you can't break me. You can take my money away from me, okay? You can take me from zero, but that's actually a superpower. If you don't have anything right now, you don't know where to start right now, you just have an idea of no money, no finance, no connections, no skills, no marketing, no sales ability, you don't know how to scale, you don't know how to organize. It doesn't matter. What matters is if you simply have an idea, I can show you how to become unbreakable in finance. And that's what we shared over these days, how to become unbreakable with the economy, okay? Because I know people that have a lot of finance and they can still get broken when the economy changes. How to get unbreakable with your family, okay? How about with your health? Okay, so that I'm actually got the energy of that Sunday, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work today. I'm excited and I'm passionate. Wealth and health, by the way, are connected. So first I want to share with you what we shared with everybody. I'm going to give you the overlook, and then I'm going to spend the next 86 minutes or so going as deep as I can on these, keeping in mind that we crammed a bunch of information over those 5 days. We literally crammed a bunch of information. It's based on a course that we teach. We crammed it into 5 days, and today what I'm going to do is cram that into 86 minutes or so, okay? And this is the pieces we went over if you're taking notes. And again, thank you for being here on a Sunday. Thank you for thinking enough about yourself, your family, your future, your economy, your career. Like, that's freaking unbelievable. Unbelievable that you guys think enough of yourself that on a Sunday you would tune in here. My daughter's with me, Alan's in the room, Johnny the camera guy's here, my whole team, Rhett's over here, Jared Glant. We're all here to help you and support you because my mission is to help people, to be of service. And with some of you in the room, we're going to end up doing business together. But for the max, like the number of people, the majority of people that show up or can't show up, my goal in life is to be of service to you whenever you're ready, to be of service to yourself and your family, and to add the strategies and the technologies and the abilities. Like, I got to get able, okay? I got to get able, responsibility, responsible. I got to be able to respond, okay? And so you have to increase ability. So whenever you guys are ready to do that with me in business, a lot of people actually took advantage of something that we did with them over those 5 days. A percentage of the people that came and saw said, hey, I want to go deep with you. And this is what we covered over those 5 days. The first day was just on how do I think? What is your superpower, your mental superpower? How do you actually control affluence and money? And, you know, I'm doing this TV show right now. And at the end of the TV show, the lady says, I manifested this. And I looked to the guy that lost and I said, were you manifesting too? And he's like, yes. You know, winners manifest, but losers never say they manifest. So this money mindset thing is really about, hey, how do you think about money? Now, a lot of you think, okay, that's kind of a esoteric thing, hard to touch or explain or really put my hands around. But this is actually connected to math. Okay, my money mindset is actually connected to math. I'll show you that just in a second. I literally spent 3 hours. I told these guys I was going to spend an hour and a half. I spent 3 hours on how many different ways a person could tap into $1 million, $10 million, $100 million, and even $1 billion. On the way over here today, Sabrina and I, she's 13 years old. Hello, Sabrina. She's here. And she said, I said, Sabrina, you know, if we created this for you, we created this education for you to deliver to kids. If you had this many kids on your program, you'd make this much money. If you had this many kids, you'd make this much money. She's like, man, that's a lot of money. Okay, she's 13 years old, and we could actually put her in business doing that. Number two thing, how do I market? Once I have this first piece, and I'll go back deep into these, or as deep as I can today with the limited time we have. Marketing, okay? Uh-oh, Johnny, what's going on here? Marketing. How do I market my message? How do I tell my story? Where do I tell my story? Who's going to listen? What platforms can I put it on? How do I communicate on YouTube? Is that different than TikTok or Reels or in public or billboards or TV or a newspaper ad? How do I market? How do I market to the marketplace, okay? And this, by the way, is the most important thing in business, okay? In business, if you don't know how to market, it doesn't matter how good your idea is, your business is, your product is, or how low your price is. Many of you in the room, yeah, I love that, Johnny. Many of you in the room actually drop your price in your marketing, and you don't know this, but you're actually turning buyers off, okay?
And you know, marketing's so powerful that if you're great at it, you don't actually have to be good at sales.
Yeah. The better you are at the marketing, okay, and this is what Jared's saying, is you don't have to actually be a good salesperson here. The greatest organizations on earth have 10s here and maybe 2s right there. Okay?
Billion-dollar companies.
Multi-hundred billion-dollar companies. IBM, Salesforce, Coca-Cola, Google, Facebook. These are not sales organizations. Walmart. My friend Tillman Fertitta he's done $1 trillion in receipts. Okay, they're not great at sales. They're great at being in a number of places, offering a fairly priced product, okay, and making the marketplace believe because there are so many places, they're great, okay. The third thing that we went over, these are the books we actually use, is sales. How do I actually monetize? Now, I'm not talking really about sales the way you know sales. You say this and I say that. I'm not talking about some sleazy overcoming objections, which I know how to do, by the way, or some meet and greet kind of car salesman kind of, you know, okay, I got to do these steps. I'm talking about getting somebody to hit my website or a landing page, or you've got a 15-year-old kid. You guys should be having your kids work. You're not unbreakable right now. You're not unbreakable. The reason you're not unbreakable is because you don't have income coming in from enough sources, because you're not thinking about all the people in your business that can actually communicate. For instance, my kids could get an audience. Okay, I could put a kids course together. Do we have the kids course, 10X Kids? I could put it in 10X, the 10X rule. I could put a kids course together, but I need somebody to communicate that message. So on the third day, we talked heavily about how do I communicate my message to the marketplace. Okay, this book is not going to probably hit a 13-year-old, but if I made a kid's version of this, I could. The fourth thing we talked about was sales, monetization, and the fifth thing we talked about was scaling. I didn't actually do these in the right order, as you can see from the screen. If they can see that, Johnny, or is that just me? This just me seeing this?
Oh yeah, no, they can see it.
Okay, so this is what we covered over those 5 days, all right? At the end of the 5 days, by the way, oh, beautiful, thank you. At the end of the 5 days, we actually put an offer together for everybody called the Unbreakable Business System. I'll tell you about it right now. You can do it or not do it. The offer was stupid. It literally cost people no money. Yeah, I just said that. It literally cost the people no money, okay? It's a $16,000 program. And I'm just going to say this, get it out of the way. It's a $16,000 program. We sold it for $997, okay? Tons of people took advantage of this. Let me just tell you the whole thing and how we marketed it, so I'm completely transparent. Man, a lot going on around here, man. A lot going on. We got stuff going on, okay? It was $16,000 right when I'm telling people what we did. It was $997, and the reason so many people took advantage of it is, one, because it's short and fast, okay? This is a 3-week program, 21 days. Oh no, it's actually, we're down to what?
I mean,
yeah.
It's literally, you could get it done in 2 hours a day for 5 days.
Yeah, you could get it done 2 hours a day for 5 days, okay? And then at the end of the 5 days, 4 days later, we're going to give you a growth conference seat, okay? I'll explain the whole thing to you here in a second. It's $9.97. This is what I did. I said, look, when you do this, I'm going to give you a credit at my store for $9.97, so you virtually pay nothing. And then I'm going to give you a virtual ticket to a private group supported by my guy, Pete Vargas, and give you access to not just the entire 10X Growth Conference, but even more content that goes on behind the scenes that we cannot deliver to the physical audience in the room, okay? So this is what it included. I don't know if you have the exact offer here. Do you? Yeah, there you go. 4 components. First, it was the curriculum. We lay out this entire curriculum. It's right here on the stage right here. Johnny, you can see this? Okay? Then we gave you coaching with our entire team. How often is the coaching, Jared?
It starts tomorrow.
Okay.
And it's Monday through Friday next week, one session on each of the 5 topics.
Okay, each of the 5 topics, we go into coaching with that group. Then we create a custom 2023 plan for you. And on top of all that, we then get into Critical Think
with GrowthCon.
With our 10X Growth Conference, okay? This is where we actually show you other people that are going to validate. These are the biggest names in the world in business. If you've never been to one of our conferences, it's ridiculous, okay? I did all that for, you give me a credit card for $9.97, I give you a credit in my store for $9.97 against any live event. Now, why is that important? Because every month this year, we're doing a live event on sales, marketing, boot camps, real estate. You can use it for any single live event, our scaling workshops, like anything and everything that we do, people essentials, all the things that you got to learn in business. We literally give you 2 to 3 days during the year for you to come to Scottsdale or Miami and spend time with us on this curriculum, money, mindset, marketing, sales, communication, scaling. That whole value is $5,000. The coaching, February 4th to the 11th. This is with Grant Cardone, Brandon Dawson, Jared Glant, Pete Vargas, Elena Cardone, not Pete, Natalie Dawson. That's 10 grand, but you can't buy it anywhere. It's a closed group. It's completely private. And then on top of that, we gave you the game plan to create your specific game plan. Maybe you're going from working at
0 to 100 grand. You're trying to get
right
to
now, guys. Oh, there it is. Okay, we're going to lay out your entire plan and your calendar for all of 2023. All this is going to make sense to you in a second, and then we basically celebrate you at the 10X Growth Conference, largest business conference in the world. Only way to get in that is to join this club. Those tickets they can buy those tickets, right? How much is that ticket to the Growth Conference? Not the private group. What is it, $9.95?
$1,000, yeah.
Okay, that's a $1,000 ticket.
We're sold out of them, but.
Okay, that's a $1,000 ticket. And we did all that at grantcardone.com/system, grantcardone.com/system. You got all that for $9.97. Plus, I'm going to give you the $9.97 credit. Okay, it's 0, and I'm going to give you a virtual seat. It's $16,000 worth of value. I don't know what it's worth to you. It could be worth millions. Should be, by the way. And we actually gave people an option, okay? You could pay 1 time, or they could pay 3. I'm just sharing with you what we did. Now, let me tell you why I did that, because that's going to make sense with everything I'm about to show you right now, all right? I'm going to show you, okay, I'm good with this, guys. How do I get out of this now?
Okay, you're good.
That, okay?
You're good.
Okay, I'm going to show you why all that matters, okay? Because if I take this and jam it down your throat right now, you're not going to learn anything. It's just too quick, too fast, too much. Now, what I can do is you can take little tidbits and pieces away. But the reason we did this is because I'm going to take this program that I just shared with you. Now, keep in mind, there's 8 billion people on the planet. Yeah, that'd be nice. 8 billion people on the planet, somewhere there about 8 billion. I'm going to be able to see this, Johnny? So 8 billion people on the planet. I'm going to sell, a handful of people are going to be smart enough to take advantage of this. I got some rainbow colors in
here.
Yeah,
it's just.
I got like, I don't know, a handful of people are going to take advantage of this. They're going to be like, dude, this is stupid. What do I do with these people? I'm telling you this so you can understand how to start becoming unbreakable in business. Okay? I'm telling you something. You're like, oh man, he's trying to sell me his program right. No, I'm trying to show you how we are unbreakable in business. Okay? I take 8 billion people on the planet. That's my target, by the way. My target customer is 8 billion people. I need 8 billion just to find the handful. I'm talking about a minute handful, maybe 5% of population planet Earth that are even interested 400 million people that are even interested in becoming unbreakable, becoming successful. The whole world is not interested in becoming successful now. A lot of people say they are. If you go ask your mom, your dad, your brother, your mother, whoever, ask your cousins, you want to be successful? Yeah, sure do, man. Sure do. I need to be successful. They're not going to do it. They say they want it. How many of you know people like this? Hit the chat. They say they want it, but they're not willing to do what they want. I expect maybe 5% of population Earth will even respond to something like this. Most people are too skeptical. They've given up. They quit. You guys have seen too many scammer videos on YouTube, okay? Oh, wow, we're moving, huh? Thank you for that, okay? Too many scammer videos on YouTube. You watch those scammer videos, by the way, because you're a scammer. That's why I caught you. It's the clickbait. You don't trust yourself. So you're like, scammer alert, fraud, this guy's ripping people off, whatever. You look at all that stuff because it interests you, because you're interested in the drama. You can't be successful when if you believe everything's, if you approach all of life as a skeptic. A billionaire taught me this once. He's like, man, don't worry about those people, man. Don't worry about the handful of thieves. Most people will never steal anything. Out of the 8 billion people on planet Earth, a tiny, tiny, tiny group are thieves. And look, I bought courses online before where I'm like, bro, I learned something from the scammer. I know it was a scam, and I still learned something from his marketing, how he titles things, what he calls things, how he pitched it, packaged it. And then I got into the packaging. I'm like, there's nothing there. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, we are terrible at the packaging. We are awful. I have more educational product on my website today than probably most colleges have curriculums. I don't know if that's exactly true or not, but I would say it's somewhere. I have tremendous. How many hours, Jared, do you think? Hundreds.
We have enough content that if you watched a segment a day, it would take you 7 years to get through it.
So that's just in one platform, Cardone University. You could watch a segment a day, every day, for 7 years before you got through the content. And then we're always adding content. Okay, I've written 7 best-selling books, 21 best-selling business programs. Our business programs have outsold all my books. These are videos, audio programs, business systems. We sold to Fortune 500 companies. So this is what I'm going to do right here. Oh, beautiful. Love it. Okay. This is what I'm going to do right here. I'm going to take, this is how we plan to do this when we rolled this out. I said, look, let's create a 5-day workshop. We're going to do it completely free. I'm giving you the roadmap here to become unbreakable. To become unbreakable, you need a wide audience. You need a big, giant audience. So the first thing we did was we marketed to a big audience for free. Okay? Marketed to a big audience. Big, massive audience. To do this, you got to get your messaging right, your communication right, your marketing right. You got to be resilient. You got to get your head. You definitely got to get this right, because I'm thinking big, right? I'm thinking 8 billion, and you guys are thinking about
50,000.
I'm a dentist.
70,000.
I'm a dentist, and I'm gonna service 200 people. I'm not thinking about 200 people. I tell my daughter today, 8 billion. How many are kids? Let's go after the kid market. Okay, if we only get 1%, a half of 1%, a tenth of 1% of all the kids on planet Earth, do you know how much money that would create? And you would be servicing kids that hate school, that are stuck on their TikTok. Yeah, it'd be a big service, okay? How many of you would like to get your kids a different training than they're getting right now? All this program that I'm talking about today, all of this, by the way, is kid-friendly. All of it. Everything that I shared with you is kid-friendly. Share it with your kids, your employees, take it home with you. Okay, watch. Watch what I'm doing. So I'm trying to get 8 billion. I know I can't get that, but I end up with 1 million new names. 1 million new names. We only marketed this for 3 weeks. We get 1 million new names. Now, out of the 1 million new names, maybe 2%, I think that's our number, 2% of the 1 million people even show up. That's 200,000 people for the offer, okay, for the 5-day training. Of the 200,000 people, only 20,000 can even stay the whole time. Okay, see how my number starts just dripping down to the bottom? So what we did was we did this. Hey guys, look, if you want to take advantage of this 5 days, this pays for our advertising, by the way. I'm going to do the entire program. We made this stupid offer, $9.97, and then I'm going to give you a credit of $9.97 at my store. All the other marketing people in the world are laughing at me. They're like, dude, what is he doing, bro? Do I have so much money that I can take your $9.97 and then give you a $9.97 credit at my store? Well, the answer is this. I don't want your money. What I want is your relationship, okay? Why do I take the $9.97 and then insist on giving you a credit at my store? Because I want to do future business with you. I want to get in front of you. I don't want the relationship to be like this forever. I want you to come to our classroom. I want you to come to our headquarter day. Like we do this headquarter day maybe 4 times a year where people come visit all the departments in my company. And you guys can see that this isn't about Grant Cardone, the personality. It's not about me grinding. Most of the time, I'm not even working. This is the fallacy. The whole fallacy is like Grant Cardone works harder than anybody else. No, actually, I've just scaled my business. So I don't have to work as hard as everybody else, but I can help more people. Okay? And that's what I want to do with you guys. I want to help you guys take advantage of what's out there today, because you could be unbreakable in your business. And if you don't learn this, you're going to be breakable, meaning you're going to be susceptible to the economy, to the problems, to politics, to inflation, to rising costs, to rent, all the problems with the world, the internet going down, spy balloons, whatever the hell is going on today, okay? All right? So we did this, okay? We did this credit. A bunch of these people took advantage of this. And what happens after my growth conference, okay? In 10 days, we do our growth conference. Over the next 5 days, I work with a select group of people, a tiny percent of winners, successful people. People are saying, hey, not only do I want to be successful, bro, I want to do it with you, and I want to do it in a short period of time. We celebrate that group of people at our growth conference. Program is over. We let you keep the program for life. Now check this out. Then what we do is we come back from our growth conference on February 16th. And by the end of the month, I re-edit this entire program. See this over here? We put all our packaging together. Now watch this. Remember how many people I started with? 8 billion, became 1 million, became 200,000. 20,000 people showed up. How many people didn't show up? 180,000 people didn't show up. Okay, we're going to take that package and that program. I'm going to send it to my guys out there that know how to make everything look beautiful, because they know how to make the outside look good, but not necessarily have the guts of it good, okay? And I'm going to take this, and now I'm going to sell this program for $29.97. And I'm not in a hurry to do it. I got as much time as I need to sell it. It's a $16,000 offer for $3 grand. How many do you think I could sell out of that? 180,000 people. Those 180, by the way, already said they wanted to do the deal, and they said, I'm showing you how to market something right now. Don't you see what I'm doing? And then I'm going to come back and wrap up why these 5 things wrap around this program, okay? Okay, what is that number? Let's say we sell 2%, just 2% of that 180,000.
I got it.
Huh? 3,600 people times $3 grand.
10 million, 10.8.
It's $10,800,000. And that is what I'm going to teach you how to do, okay? We also gave everybody a 10X rule book that was in the United States and the 10X Kids book. See, I told you I was getting ready to do something with my kid. And we included that as well as a gift. Okay, so watch. Let me back up now and grab a pencil. If you kind of tracked what I just did right there, all this starts with this, okay? This has to start here. You cannot start with a poverty mindset, okay? You cannot start with, I can't do that, I can't reach this many people, I can't figure out $9.97, $9.97 is a lot of money. You got to knock this scarcity thing off. This is what I spent an entire day doing with everybody. The scarcity mentality. A penny saved is a penny earned, okay? Money doesn't grow on trees. Turn off the electricity. You're wasting your money. This Dave Ramsey, don't brew your coffee at home and save $2 a day. These concerns about inflation, trying to save money all the time. These are fallacies, folks. This money mindset is teaching you how to be into scarcity rather than abundance. This manifestation thing is a real thing. You get what you think about all day, okay? Is there a chat down there? Okay. What do you guys think? Do you believe that the manifestation and scarcity mindset, do you believe that you attract what you think of? Let's just give them a chance to answer that. Do you believe that if I think in terms of scarcity, okay, And what we did was over the 5 days, that first day was just on money mindset, fixing this. And everybody's like, why are you fixing that first? Tell me what to do first. Bro, look, if your mind is a garbage dump and 90% of it's garbage, okay, and I take and put good information, financial information on top of your garbage dump, what does that good information do?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so watch. What I got to do is I got to dump this out. I got to dump this garbage dump out so that this becomes available data, okay, so I can drop it in here. For instance, saving money. Saving money is a scarcity concept. The banks did this to you. The banks use scarcity. Well, Wall Street uses scarcity, fear of loss, to get you to invest in the stock market. It's called a 401k and an IRA. If you're already using an IRA, 401k, paying the equity off in your home, if you're saving money, if you have a 3-month savings account, if you believe in diversification, if you have life insurance, you are already under the spell of scarcity, okay? And when you're thinking, when you've been brainwashed to believe there's not enough to go around, that I need to save my money, I need 3 months of savings, I need an IRA, a 401k, I need life insurance for that bad thing that's going to happen, it is only because you are breakable. Because if you were unbreakable, who did I have with me? Super rich dude. And I said, bro, do you have 401k? And he's like, no. Who was it? I just had him on a...
Don Peebles.
Who was it? Don Peebles. Don Peebles in here. He's a billionaire, black billionaire.
Second richest black man in the country.
Second richest black businessman in America, okay? Probably the most successful black developer in America. One of the top 10 or 12, 15 developers, black or white, in America.
I think the only person is
Robert I said, do you have a 401k? No. Do you have an IRA? No. Do you have 3 months of savings? He's like, I don't know how much savings I got. I don't think about it. Why? Because his business is unbreakable. See, the government believes, and Wall Street believes, and the banks believe that you can never be in an unbreakable situation. Nobody teaches you guys how to get rich. So what we taught over this period of time, how many of you believe it is possible for you to get rich? Be honest right now. How many believe it is possible for you to become a millionaire? Accumulate $1 million worth of net worth would make you in the top 1% of all people on planet Earth. How many of you believe you could actually be a millionaire? This is where the whole 5 days started. Is there a way for me to see it? Not really?
I can show it to you here on the screen.
Yeah,
One second.
Yeah.
It's just a tiny bit delayed. There's like 15-second delay.
No, yeah. People say scarcity is a useless concept. Yeah, but you guys, it is not a useless concept. Scarcity is used by the banks and Wall Street to get your money. Do you understand? See, like the American dream, everybody deserves to own a home. Okay, well, that's not really financial freedom. It's a limitation, like I got to have a house. Elon Musk doesn't have a house. Okay, so watch. So we spent a day just looking at how many different ways, like my kid, let's take my kid. Okay, I don't want to give her any of my money. And I'm like, hey, you want to be a millionaire? How could you do it? Okay, let me show you how to do it. Because she's going to be like, well, I'm only 13. I don't know if I can work yet. Is that child labor? Well, I'm not saying you got to work. Let's just say if you didn't work, how would Sabrina or your kid become a millionaire? And by the way, I want to do it in 1 year. How many think it's possible to make $1 million in 1 year? I just want you to think different right now, okay? Because this is what we're going to teach you how to do. How many believe you could make $1 million, not in 20 years, which is what most people make? That's $50,000 a year. Okay? 20 years, 50 grand, $1 million. That's what most people will do in their lifetime. You're going to make a millionaire. You're going to make $1 million. What I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to crunch the time. And rather than doing it in 20 years, I'm going to actually build a business that allows me to do it in 1 year. Now, I understand if you're working tables right now, you're waiting tables, or you're a bartender, or you're a plumber, a contractor, you're doing dentist, you're like, bro, there's no way. I can't make $1 million. Not in the vehicle you're in right now. But again, you're saying I can't before you even investigate how you could. Why? Because you got all these problems. This is your mind, okay? This is your, no, this is not your mind. This is your mind right here. And this is why you're so unhappy, because you got this stack of shit on your head, okay? Garbage. I can't do it, man. I'm a doctor, man. I'm already overworked. I'm a plumber, man. I'm busting my ass all day. People are stealing from me. Nobody pays me enough. The government gets me health insurance. People let me down. This is all like encumbered here, so you can't think about, but how could I do that? How could I? Okay, you want to write this down. But how could I? Rather than, yeah, but, how about how could I do it? Like people tell me all the time, there's no way you're going to meet 8 billion people. Okay, but how could I? How could I do it? This is what Elon asked. All right, I know it's going to be tough to go to Mars, but how could we go to Mars? What would it take for us to get there? Okay, what rocket would get there? How much fuel would we need? Not I don't have it. Okay, this is how I built my whole real estate career. I own 12,000 apartments, $4 billion worth of real estate. I just kept asking myself, but how could I? I didn't have any money, no credit, no know-how. I didn't know how to start a business. I don't know what an LLC is. I still don't know what a title is. Okay, I own 16 businesses today. I'm a partner in 16 companies that produce $150 million a year. I didn't know how to do any of this. Guess what? Nobody knows how to do any of this in the beginning. Bill didn't, Steve didn't, Mark didn't, Elon didn't. Nobody knows any of this. What they don't have that you have, though, is this liability. This is a major liability right here, and it's stacked on top of your eyeballs. And it's the way you grew up. It's the way mom and dad taught you how to think. You don't even know you got programmed, okay? You're not financially literate, by the way. You're financially programmed not to have anything. This is what created the middle class. It's a form of slavery. You don't have because you don't think with abundance and prosperity. You think with scarcity. I got to save my money, okay? What is the savings account going to pay you? I got to put my money in a retirement account. When do you get it? 35 years from now. These are myths. So we got to debunk. We got to debunk, de-brainwash this thinking, okay? So the first thing we covered was, hey, what is the money mindset? So let me just go over now, because I told you it's not just about a mindset. How long is this course, by the way, right here, the mindset course?
That is about an hour, about 90 minutes.
Okay, so what it is we basically take $1 million, and I'm going to show you how many different ways I could do this, okay? How many different ways could I make $1 million? Look, I'm just trying to, don't think about plumbing or dentistry or waiting tables right now. Don't even worry about what the vehicle is. The way I'm going to do it. Don't worry about the how. Just worry about, just let's do some math. Okay?
Find a destination. Where you want to go.
Yeah, this is about where I want to go, not how I want to get there. I don't care about how. I frankly don't care what I got to do to get this. Okay? Who's got $1 million on planet Earth? Could I find one person on planet Earth? How many believe there's one person on planet Earth that if I had the time to just go around and say, could you give me $1 million? I would find one person on planet Earth that would find me attractive enough to say, here's $1 million.
Facts.
Dude, I got a better chance of getting that than I do winning the lottery. I just got to go find one person, one millionaire. And you're like, okay, dude, okay, wait, I'm tracking you. First of all, you don't need to talk to 8 billion people to find one millionaire. Okay, how many millionaires are on planet Earth?
22 million, I think.
No, that's in the United States. There's 22 million millionaires just in America. So I don't need to talk to 330 million.
56 million.
All I need to do is target 56 million people. 56 million people in America, in the world. I got to find out who's the list, who's on the list. What do I need to tell them? I need to go love them, hug them, hold them, be with them, kill them. I don't know what I got to do, man. I'm just like, I got to service them. What I got to do to be there for them to say, here's $1 million. They're going to give this money to somebody. Trillions and trillions of dollars will be given away. We all know about the story where the guy doesn't give it to his family. He gives it to the cats. Okay? Stupid stuff. Or they don't even have a will, and they give it to no one. It just sits there and they give it to the government. Okay? So I could get one person to give me $1 million. Okay? I could get, how about this? What if I do this? That's one way to get there. I'm doing math now. When you do the math, you don't think about what you're selling or what you have to do for it, okay? By the way, if people thought like this, they wouldn't end up doing jobs they didn't like. You wouldn't have to do degrading stuff to get money. You know, we all know about people that do degrading, terrible stuff just to try to get themselves out of a situation. You don't have to if you understand mindset math. Okay, I'm basically got billion-dollar mindset. This is how the billionaires think. They don't think about, you know, they think about scaling wide, and we're going to talk about scaling, okay? So I could do $1 million one time. I could do 10 people. 10 people would have to give me 100 grand. Shit, that just got easier again. The number of people I have to talk to now got bigger, and I only need 10 of them, okay? 100 people would give me $10,000. Is that right? 100 people? God dang, that just got easy. No product, no service. All I'm doing is putting an email list together saying, hey man, could you help me with 10K? The Nigerians have been doing this for years. All right, 1,000 people. 1,000 people give me $1,000. Now look, I could go on and on with this. I could show you pages and pages of where I've sat down and figured out what my pricing on a product or service has to be. This is simply charity right here, okay? Let's see, I could get 10,000 people out of 8 billion. Do that math. You'll be sick of yourself. You'll be like, I only need 10,000 clients divided by 8 billion.
0.0000125. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 zeros.
0.000
5 zeros, 125.
0.000000125 of the population, okay? Or you could just take wherever you live. I only need 10,000. 10,000 people give me what? How much money do I need now? $100? Is that right? Can that be right?
10,000.
10,000 times 100, what is that?
$1 million bucks. I just did the math.
Yeah, I mean, I got at least 100 of those at my house that you can go grab. So okay, how do I do it? Okay, you guys thinking with this right now? Now that's one time. That's one time. But watch what I do here. What if I could get, Jared? You're gonna have to help me. What if I could get 10,000 people to give me $100, 12 months in a row on a subscription? Okay, that just made $12 million. Okay, did I just get you out of your job? I don't want you to be an insurance salesman right now. I don't want you to be a plumber, contractor, a dental hygienist. I don't want you to be a nurse doing, blood work. Temperature, blood work. I don't want you to even be a social media marketing coach and educator. Most of you coaches never make any money. You guys that write books, you never make any money. You end up with a bunch of books in your garage. You never make any money on them. Okay, I want you to think about the money first before you pick the path. And that was the big thing. I think Pete Vargas is on with us right now. Dude, you guys got to think about, why do the schools not teach you this before they teach you what you should do? Okay, why? Why not? Oh, he should be an accountant. He should be a plumber. That guy should do roofs. Oh, you'd be a good coder. You know, the reason they tell you need to be a good coder is because they need coders. Right? Oh, we need teachers. And so they go out and they push teachers on the kids coming out of high school, okay? All right, people are asking about a payment plan on this program. It's 3 payments at $400, okay?
There's also another one. They just need to go to the page, grantcardone.com/system, and find the page.
Yeah, the website's grantcardone.com/system. A lot of people slamming that in the chat. grantcardone.com/system. grantcardone.com/system. Take advantage of it, guys. I'm going to take it down at the end of the day. It's going to be over. We'll never offer it again. The next time you see this online, the packaging is going to look different. The name will probably be different, and it's going to be $29.97. So I hope you do take advantage of it, all right? And then what I want to do is I want to show you guys off in 9 days. Literally in 9 days, you'll be through the program, and I'm going to show off this audience of people that are like, bro, I was doing this shit job. This guy spent 9 days, me and my team spent 9 days with you, and literally, I'm on track to make more money in 2023 than I've ever made in my entire life, okay? Now, watch this. If I do this, that's $12 million a year. Now I'm gonna pick my vehicle. Hey, what vehicle could do that? What is a $100 product or service? It's $2.50 a week. if you guys take $1 million, okay, by the way, this will put you in the 1% club. This is the 1% club. That's actually the 0.01% club if you make it all the way to here. That's probably the point. Yeah, at least the 0.01%. You're in the minute top 1% of all the earners on planet Earth. And we haven't even figured out what you did yet, okay? All right? So do you know if you ever go to Las Vegas and you see that little, when you're playing blackjack and they take, the dealer looks at the card down, if they got a king up or they got an ace up, they got to look at the card below because they're wondering if they got blackjack. The guy that created that gets paid, I think, $50 a day on every table in the world. Okay, there's millions of these tables, and for years. I met a guy, a Croatian guy, in Italy once. Huh? He had a big old watch on. You could tell he was rich, man. He big, heavy dude. Been eating too much meat, expensive meat. And the guy, I said, man, what do you do for a living? He's like, I owned all the parking meters in the Soviet Union, the Eastern Soviet bloc. Probably Ukraine. In the entire Eastern Soviet bloc. I'm like, whoa. Every time you park a car there, okay, bang, he gets paid something, a quarter, okay? And this is what got me thinking about this scaling idea, okay? And this is why we put this program on for you guys. We spend literally almost 5 hours talking about money mindset, how many different ways there are to get this, what vehicle. Hey, do the math first. You do the math first, then you pick out a vehicle, okay? And then you figure out how to become passionate about that. If you get good at this, would you be passionate with it? Right? If you knew how to drive this vehicle, okay? So it's first the math. Now, the way the world's teaching you to do things right now is there's like, find your passion first. Most of your passions will never pay you anything. Okay, you want to write this down. 76% of Americans today live paycheck to paycheck. 76% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Check this out. 75% of all Americans are disengaged at their job. Okay? The numbers are almost identical.
35% of millionaires don't have enough money to retire.
35% of these people right here don't have enough money to retire. Check this out, okay? Only 3% of all millionaires today are first-generation millionaires. No. Only 3% of all millionaires today inherited their wealth, like maybe Sabrina would, okay? Maybe she gets $1 million. But she's not going to get the rest. Let's keep it real. She might get a little piece, a little tiny piece. She's looking at me weird right now. She's like, what? Okay, because look, she's got to do her own math, right? She's got to pick her own vehicle, and then she's got to get passionate about it. So that was the day one. We just basically wrote down how many different ways you can make $1 million. If you want to make $1 million, okay? Do this math real quick. How much is $1 million, okay? How much money is that really? This is how much it is. You want to write this down. $1.67 per minute. When I started doing this math, I realized I'm 45 years old when I did this math. I was like, oh my God, I'm in the wrong business, man. Okay? I'm in the wrong business. I cannot do the business I'm in. I was charging a high price for consulting. I'd go work for a company for $5,000 or $10,000 for a day. It was a bunch of money to them, and it was a lot of money to me. I would get on a plane and fly there. I didn't get paid to fly there. I got paid when I got there. I shared my information. They'd pay me $5,000 or $10,000 a day, and then I'd leave and fly all the way back home or to the next gig. Time is money. It was not scalable. Even though I was making a lot of money, I was probably making $600 grand a year. Compared to the rest of my family, I was making a lot of money, okay? I'm like, I need to learn how to make $600 grand a day, okay? That's how I was thinking when I was 45 years old. I'm done making $600 grand a year. By the way, if you can make $600 grand in a year, your next goal would be to figure out, how do I make that in a month? How do I make it in a week? How do I make it in a day? God did. And then you're going to realize, man, look, man, I got to think different. Okay? If you don't think different, you're going to end up old and beat up in a job that never pays you. They're going to even tell you, okay? This is how people get paid in their lifetime, okay? This is 15 years old, 20 years old, 25 years old, 40 years old, you're earning most of your money. 50 years old, you're probably at the top of your game, and then it all goes down from there. That's how your pay is going to happen. Unless you think different, okay? You got kids today earning millions of dollars right here on YouTube. This never happened before. This is probably the greatest time in the history of planet Earth to make money. You do not need to go to a job the way you used to. You actually don't even need to learn an old technical skill like how do I build a boat or a plane or a car or a factory or unions. You don't even need all this stuff that we used to have in the past. It's ancient, dinosauric. The union's protecting you. Why? Because you can't protect yourself. Why is there a teachers union? Why is there a workers union, a labor union? Because you couldn't protect yourself and it made you a slave in the union. And you had to contribute to the union. The union understood how to scale. What's a union? How many people in the union today? Can you pull that up? Millions of people in the union that do what? Pays membership fees to the union. How often? Every month.
16 million wage and salary workers in 2022 were represented by unions.
16 million unions, okay? 16.
Damn, son.
Damn.
Where'd you find this?
Yeah, and let's say they
Google.
pay $295 a month, $295 a month to be in that union. How much is that?
Typical dues are 2.5 hours of the average wage for a month.
2.5 hours?
Yeah, so if the
2.5
average worker
times 40
earns,
bucks.
If the average hour works
Yeah, it's $100.
Yeah.
So it's $100. So this is $100. See, I'm back to the scaling. So how much money is that a month? A month. Every month, forever, for their lifetime. This is scaling, you understand? But it starts with money mindset. All the wealthy people on planet Earth start with this. They start with the money. But how many times do you hear rich people and successful people tell you, don't start with the money, man. Okay? The money, they're rich already. Don't you understand? Jeff Bezos started with the money. He started with the traffic. He saw all this traffic blowing to the internet. And he knew, man, if I could get that many eyeballs, okay? So number one, most important thing today is the money mindset, all right? It's in this book right here. We covered the information right here. Then the second thing, what's the second most important thing once you do that? Is how do I market to my audience? In my case, my audience is 8 billion. I don't know how big your audience is. Well, let's see here. I'm a dentist and I'm in Sioux City, Iowa, and my audience is 55,000 people. Okay, well, good. That's only because you're chasing teeth, right? I wouldn't do that personally. I'd be like, okay, how many dentists are on the planet? How many dentists in the world? Let's say you're the best dentist in Sioux City. See, what I'm trying to do is get this first number as big as possible. The bigger that first number is. Now, it's got to be real, and I got to be able to reach it, right?
188,000.
So there's 188,000. How many people live in Sioux City, Iowa? There's 188,000 dentists. By the way, I don't even know how to floss. So I'm not the dentist.
85,000.
There's 85,000 people that live in Sioux City, but there's 188,000. How many in America?
188,000 dentists in America.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I just tripled. It's got to be more than that, man.
I mean, according to Google.
That's got to be more than 180,000 dentists. I mean,
that's a lot.
No, bro. That's
how many dentists?
330 million
US?
People in America.
How many dentists are there in the U.S. in According to Becker's Dental,
there
are 188,000 active dentists.
Okay, so look, while I'm treating these 85,000 people with teeth, okay, I could also create some, if I'm great at what I do, I could also create something for these other 188,000. Let's say there's 2 million dentists around the world. It's got to be
870,000.
Where?
I'm sorry, 703,000 globally.
Okay, let's say there's 800,000.
We know they don't have any in the UK, that's for sure.
Okay, why is that? Why, you think English people have bad teeth? Huh? Man, that was terrible, Jared. Okay. So check it out. Check it out. So like I just opened my audience up.
Yeah,
okay? I went
baby.
all the dentists in America. Then I went all these people. Now, let's say I'm going to teach these dentists how to be in a good practice. I'm like, look, man, I'm going to show you. I'm going to teach. I'm going to do a course. The course is $100 or $400 or $1,000 or $4,000, and I'm going to teach a course on how people could be great at your practice so your practice makes more money. And then you're like, boo, that's cool, dude, but how could I open it up? What's similar to dentist? See, what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to scale. I'm trying to scale my business so that the top of my funnel can be as wide as possible. And as I add dentists, I could also add, chiros. Who else could I add, Jared? Help me out here.
Orthodontists.
Orthos, okay, orthos. I could add
optometrists.
Okay, you get the point, okay?
Audiologists.
Until this funnel comes down here and a handful of these people I am servicing, I'm taking care of, I am helping. Either all by doing their teeth, pulling their teeth, filling their cavities, doing their root canals, cleaning their teeth, or I expand my business so that I can hit bigger numbers. It starts with money mindset. Then it goes to marketing. How do I market myself? How do I tell my story? Do I have my little superheroes? Because this is what I'm going to teach you guys how to do.
Yeah, Johnny's got him.
Give me my little thing, my clicker back. Okay, so number one, we want to get you the superpowers of being unbreakable. Dude, those look good, man. I like these people. Let me see, Johnny, go back. Let me see my unbreakable. Unbreakable, yeah, the money. This is the mindset. Dude, how do you think? How do you think about money? How do you think about people? How do you think about possibility? How do you think about opportunity? How do you think about abundance? If I took you through the test, Johnny, if I took you through the test on money mindset, I'll bet you most of you right now would fail this test. You do not think big enough. Okay? How much is Netflix?
I think it's like 15 or 20 bucks a month.
If you have one of those apps, if you downloaded that service that gets rid of apps you're not using, you have a prosperity, affluence, money mindset issue. If you save your money, you have a money mindset issue. You're like, what are you talking about, bro? Don't I want to save money? No, you do not want to save money. You want to reinvest the money in scaling so you don't have to worry about money. Your money should be coming in from multiple sources. You should have money coming in from, okay, I want to have, this is Grant Cardone, okay? 12 years ago, I had money coming in from, I had a business. This was my business. I was working, this was my job. I was working in it, boom, I had money coming in. Then I had a partnership right here. This was called Cardone Group, okay? Had a little bit of money coming in. Then I had my real estate and a little bit of money coming in from that. I had three sources. Now what happened in 2008, this business got slaughtered, this business got slaughtered, and this business kept carrying me through. It's multiple sources of income, okay? For you to have multiple flows of income like millionaires and billionaires do, hundreds and hundreds of flows, okay? Anybody can have this, by the way. Doesn't matter if you're in poverty today, you're on a street corner. You just need to change this. And then we need to figure out how to market yourself different in the marketplace. How do I use YouTube? Notice how many resources I have today that I didn't have. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, okay, watch this. Twitter. Twitter's fantastic right now, by the way. My daughter's going to be doing a Twitter Spaces at 4 o'clock today if you want to join her. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. What else we got? We got TikTok. Might not be around forever. What else we got? Alan, help me out here.
Truth.
We got Truth.
Rumble.
We got Rumble. We got Instagram. We got Pinterest. Okay, now watch this. We got Shorts. We got Longs. We got Reels. We got Stories. Reels
Lives.
and Stories.
Lives.
TikTok Spaces. We got lives on all these. We got the audio apps now. We got billboards. We got news. We got TV.
Substack.
We got cable. We got articles. Fuck you. We got articles. Okay. You got interviews. You got late night TV. You got 4 o'clock in the morning TV that you can buy for nothing. We should be, by the way. We should be buying this TV. You know? You guys know the MyPillow guy? Yeah, everybody knows the MyPillow guy. You don't know his name, but you know him. He told me in an interview, he says, I buy every single open slot on TV in the morning. I'm like, bro, who's watching TV in the morning? Somebody is. I'm like, damn, dude, you're thinking different than I was. He's thinking big. He's thinking I spend $10 on an ad. Me and Russell Brunson were talking. Grant, I spend $10 on an ad and I make 30 bucks. Okay? Does it work? It works. Okay? Third thing we talked about, we spent all day talking about, okay, how do I now take these platforms and build out landing pages? Build out a landing page, okay? Not a website. I want to save you guys some money. A website's going to cost you what? 10 grand?
In weeks.
10 grand. It'll take you months to fix it. Then it's going to cost you another probably $1,500 a month to service it and keep it up to date. I don't want you to do that. I want you to build a landing page. This takes how long? What? 2 hours? Hour and a half? 40 minutes?
If you have somebody that's good like Ricky, 45 minutes max.
45 minutes takes you 45 minutes and it'll cost you $100. This landing page is where people go and actually make a sale. You don't make the sale, they make the sale. They're like ding, ding, ding. If you go right now, grantcardone.com/system, okay? That's a landing page, right?
Yep.
If I go to grantcardone.com/, just watch how easy this is. Let's see, go in there. Is the credit laid out? Is the credit in there?
Rhett was adding it back in. We thought we were going to remove it, but you did what you do and you threw it in, man.
So that's why some of you didn't see it. GrantCardone.com. They're just adding the credit in there right now. GrantCardone.com/system. I have hundreds of these. I'll bet you we have thousands now. You think? Thousands of landing pages. Everything's GrantCardone.com/. If I was doing cameras, GrantCardone.com/camera. Virtual ticket. Grant Cardone. If you go to grantcardone.com/virtual, you're going to see a $1,000 virtual ticket there. I'm giving you guys a virtual ticket right now, okay? Let me show you. Jared just pulled it up. So it looks like this. When you get there, I don't know if you could pull in on this, Johnny. Do I need to slant it down a little bit? Or Johnny, why don't you just put it on your screen? You're going to put it on your screen? GrantCardone.com. And then it says, fill out your information below, the Unbreakable Business System. After this 7-day program, you will have the entire 2023 Unbreakable Business Plan on the 5 most vital areas of your life. That's a lifetime. You own the program for lifetime. I have never, ever sold any of these programs ever before on the internet. So the things you got to get together are what? The page, then what you're going to put on the page. Certainly you got to have the information here, but this should be the stuff you already know how to do. If you guys are going to teach courses, we know how to do this, okay? Like there's a lot of intelligence, years of knowing how to do this, okay? And then the whole time you're doing it, like I just got to keep my money mindset that I can reach enough people that actually want to do this with me, okay? So then we fill out what it is, everything below, I fill in my name.
Select your payment plan.
See, if you walk through this, you'll see everything you need. Let me put my number in. Do I need dashes?
No.
Okay, select your product. What do I select my product?
Select which one you want.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take the one payment.
Yeah, one payment.
Then I got to put my credit card in. Okay, and that's your form, right? And also it goes over everything over here, so you can literally take this, mock this up. Money mindset, $997 value. Okay, marketing system, $997. Communication system, $997. Sales system, you can buy these independent. I don't know why you would, but because you need them all. The sales system, $997. The scaling system, $997. I hadn't talked about scaling. Then you get the coaching sessions, the virtual access. Russell Brunson threw in his program. What is that?
Funnelology. It's basically how to get started building funnels.
Yeah. So I did a funnel.
Those landing pages that
Johnny, you have that video of me and Russell Brunson? I did this funnel with Russell Brunson. Guys, I know nothing about funnels. Okay, I'm just telling you. I don't know about landing pages. I don't know anything about technology. I've never coded anything in my life. I wouldn't know where to start with a code. But this is what I do know. Okay, I know how many people I need to reach to hit my targets this year. That's all I need to know. How many people do I need to hit? This is all about people. This is not about money. It's about people. Who? Okay? Who and money. Who is money, by the way? The more people you know, the more money you're going to have. Okay, now, can I get, number one, can I get the attention from these people? I'm going to break this down into very simple Louisiana terms. People, how do I get the attention of the people, by the way? Attention equals money. The more attention you get, watch this video right now. Johnny's getting ready to show you, okay? This actually happened. This is a real, actual, reality situation.
It was from Miami to Chicago.
Took a plane from Miami to Chicago. That was my plane. Tell me when, Johnny.
And it's live. And we're live on Instagram.
Doing good. He crushed that page. Quick. All right, so the first page Grant finished building is to sell the book. Now we're moving on to page number 2 in the funnel. So the second page, after they bought the book, then we're going to be talking about the actual 10X experience. Get a ticket to GrowthCon 3.
Hey, thank you so much for ordering the book. It's on its way as I speak. And I don't want you just to read the book. That's going to be awesome for you, but I want you to become part of the 10X movement.
Pretty easy, man. You making sales yet?
All right, so now if they say no to that, then it takes them to the downsell page. This is where maybe they couldn't come to the event.
Yeah.
So instead we'll downsell just the recording so they don't miss out on that.
So look, you're passing on the event. Could be 2 or 3 different reasons. You don't like to travel, you don't like to leave home, you don't have the time. What I do want to do, however, even if you can't be at the event, is I want to catch you up in the comfort of your home. I'm going to give you a recording, almost 10 hours of content to last year's event so that you get caught up.
Plug that video right here on this page. Use funnels to build lists of customers and potential customers.
Do you help people build the hook?
Yeah, a lot of our trading stuff shows that, like how to find the right hook.
It's the easiest thing I've ever done, actually. I'm getting rid of everybody in my office.
Because the funnel is just one-on-one selling without you there. You're just pulling yourself out. Right. And then the last page, we just thank them for their order and then tell them to invest in Cardone Capital. So that'll be the last page of the funnel, and then that's it.
And then you go to Cardone Capital?
Might as well.
Before you go, one last thing, all right? The number one question people ask me when they're working with me is, how do I get to that first 7 figures? How do I get to that first 2 comma club? Yeah, okay, so you get the point, right? That actually happened. What did that produce, Jared? What, that one video?
About 12 million in total.
$12 million. Okay, now, that's great for me, right? Oh, Grant, you're so good. You the man, you the man. I didn't come here on a Sunday to talk about how good I am. I'm here on Sunday to talk about how you can get your family in this situation. Why would I do that? You guys doing this doesn't hurt me. How does it hurt me? Because you do it. You think it takes money out of my pocket? I cannot reach 8 billion people. I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak Ukraine. I don't speak Russian. I don't speak Chinese. I don't speak Spanish for Portugal. I don't speak Cuban. I don't speak Colombian. Like, there's all these variations. I'm not a woman. I'm 64 years old. Some of you guys are 16 years old, 26 years old, 36 years old. Dude, I'm a real estate guy. I know sales and marketing, okay? And I know enough to know I got to get this right first, okay? You guys don't get this right first, none of this is going to happen. I'll tell you how dumb we all are, okay? Remember that thing I was talking about, all the things that you can do here? Truth Social. It's a political, it's Donald Trump's thing. Nobody's on it. I don't even know if you should be on it, okay? All these are different distribution platforms for
information,
where you get your marketing message out. That none of you are on. I'll bet you most of you are on 1 or 2 of these at best, and you're barely on them, okay? See this one right here? Where did I put? Oh, billboards, news, like Fox News or CNN. Those are channels, CNBC, MSNBC. All you guys bragging, I don't watch the news anymore. You shouldn't watch the news. You should use the news, okay? Cable, articles. Guess what I left off? Magazines. Do you know how much people still love magazines today? Okay, people, I watch them. You go into the dentist's office, chiropractor office, people pick up the magazine, they start looking at it. People love pictures. So we got our first magazine coming out, 10X World, okay? There's no sponsors in here except for my company. All of it completely, huh? I have an article in it. And Sabrina's got an article in it. Sabrina wrote the article. Come tell them, Sabrina. Look at this magazine, dude. This just came out, man. It's fantastic.
Get close to his mic.
Okay. Look.
Yeah, I wrote one of the articles in here. And it's cool to see it in
yeah, 10X World. It's a beautiful magazine. You want to see it? Have you read it yet?
Yeah, I just read it.
Yeah. So look, this is part of her. She's part of my family. She's part of my. She
She makes me unbreakable. Okay, when the family's together, see, 10X kids?
10X kids.
We work together,
That's
okay?
so fun.
We just finished the whole week working on a TV show together, right?
We just finished shooting the last episode of our TV show.
And right now we're working on her speech for 10X Growth Conference, okay? So like my kids are paid, we pay them. They work at the company. Now some of you think that that's wrong, but I don't think it's wrong. I'm like, it's legal. She needs to learn how to work. She wants to work, right?
Yeah.
I didn't make you do it, did I?
No.
Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. Yes.
I'll tell you the truth.
Okay.
You made me.
So look, when you have the whole family, my wife's in Brazil right now speaking to 10,000 people in Brazil, man. That's part of what we're doing. My daughter's flying back in today. My other daughter's flying back in. She's doing some work on herself right now, becoming a better, stronger, faster individual. So we're Breakable. Okay, thanks, champ. Okay, all right. So these are distribution, okay? This is all part of marketing. This is what I've learned, like, if I'm not the best in the world at marketing, I mean, I don't know how many people are any better at it. Now, there's some guys out there that do some great stuff, and I learn from them. This thing right here, this is money right here. Marketing is, if you want to be great, if you want to be great in business, if you want to make your family unbreakable, you guys got to learn this thing. Forbes called me the #1 marketer in the world. I don't know if that's true or not. I can tell you this. I've raised $1 billion over the internet for Cardone Capital, and we spent $14,000 in advertising. That's what we spent last year in advertising. We raised $325 in 1 year last year, and we've raised $1 billion. It's unheard of. This has never happened before. We also sell another $155 million worth of products and services over the internet every year using the exact system that I told you about earlier, about where we basically give away our offer to a handful of people and use that to then sell this program to lots of people at a higher price later. Again, a number of you are asking, how do you get the system? GrantCardone.com/system. I'm going to give you a 100% credit. There's a 3-pay option. You can pay one time, or you can pay 3 payments. What?
7-pay.
Oh, you got a 7-pay?
Yeah, they can get started for as little as $197.
Where's the 7-pay at? I hadn't seen the 7-pay. Nobody told me about that.
That's a tricky. That's the
dude. Where do you? I didn't see the 7-pay.
It's on the page.
Okay. For all you guys,
$197.
Okay, all you got, and we're going to give you the 10X Kids book. We're going to give you the 10X Rules signed by Grant Cardone himself. That's me. You get the entire system, the curriculum, the coaching. You get to keep the program for life, and you get to come to the 10X Growth Conference in a private group, and that's on February 14th. This is right around the corner. This is going to come off tonight at 6 o'clock. It's over with. You'll never be able to buy this again for this offer or with these payments. And I'm going to give you a 100% credit at my store and a 100% money back guarantee.
30 days.
Over 30 days. You got 30 days to try the entire program, including the 10X Growth Conference. No questions asked. Zero risk. GrantCardone.com/system. GrantCardone.com/system. Look, once you got the marketing, okay, then what happens? Now, dude, I need a number of people who wants to give me money for the offer that I have. Now, the bigger, the wider the offer is, the lower the price could be. I could literally have a $1 product. I could have $1 a month, $1 a week. I could have, there's so many different ways to cut this up. But you got to get attention for the offer. The offer could be, by the way, you want to give people money, you would still have to get attention to pull that off. We tested that here, by the way. Mm-hmm. Okay? Okay. Three, Johnny, did that mess you up? Okay. Okay, how do I convert people once I get attention? How do I convert the interest, the attention into the dollars? Okay. Then the last thing, this is how I'm converting people through text messaging, chat, online, talking to people over the phone. This how am I getting people that are resistant? Remember what I said? A very small percentage of people. By the way, congratulations to everybody who already took advantage of this offer. Hundreds of you guys took advantage of the offer. I didn't even pitch it. You're just smart enough to say, dude, I want it. Okay?
I missed it, and I want to get this thing, and the offer's ridiculous. This is where you convert with an offer that's so dumb that everybody's like, I got it, I get it, I'll do it, let's go. Most of this marketing, by the way, on number 2 is set up so that they take advantage of the offer, okay? Marketing is what builds trust, not the offer itself. Mm-hmm. You guys understand? Yeah, I can do the credit. I'm just doing stupid stuff now. Here's a credit at my store. Why? Because I want the relationship to be sticky. I read a book years ago called Made to Stick. Made to Stick. And I'm like, it made me really think about, okay, how do I get my customer to stick to me? Okay, stick. They want to keep doing business with me. Well, last year we sent out $50 million to our investors. They're pretty sticky. Very few people say, hey, man, I don't want you to send me money every month. I sent $50 million out to our investors. Kind of hard for people to get away from you when you're sending them $1,000 every month. Okay? Now, how do I get you sticky? Okay? Oh, you buy a product from me, you use it. Maybe you only half use it. Maybe you only half remember it, half learn it. You're distracted. You got life coming in, and then boom, I give you my conference in 9 days, and you get a little more pulled in, right? And then I remind you, hey, bro, you got a 9987 credit to come to our boot camp. Okay, we do 6 boot camps a year. They're a 3-day boot camp. You can come for free, just use your credit. Oh, you can come to my real estate event. You got a picture of the real estate event? 2,000 people show up 3 times a year, Scottsdale and Miami, to come learn from me how to buy real estate the way I have. Guess what? You can use your credit for that. You don't have to pay for it. You just go to my store, you got a $9.97 credit there, bang, you're like, hey, I want to use that to buy a ticket to come to the real estate conference and learn the real estate game from you. Do we have the bubble, Johnny? You got the bubble? I'm going to need it in a second, okay? Let's say that you want to come really learn sales because you're a sales manager and you want to train a team. You come to our 2-day boot camp here in Miami or Scottsdale. We do 8 of those a year. Mm-hmm. Like literally every 2 months we're doing one. And you come in for 2 days and we literally role play with you, the manager, or your best salesperson or your worst salesperson. You can send your staff here because you got a credit of $9.97 at the store, okay? All right? So now, what are we going to do now? We're going to take this. Now, once I convert it, I got to I got to scale this thing. How do I start scaling this thing? Brandon Dawson is my partner in a company that we started 3 years ago. The guy's a scaling expert. And I had Brandon put together a program where you actually start learning how to go from 1 customer, 10, from 10 to 100, 100 to 1,000, 1,000 to 10,000. You don't even need a budget to do this. But you do need to know, hey, who am I going to need? Okay? Who am I going to need in my company to organize when I start trying to send out 100 widgets? Okay? Now, Brandon is the one that helped me, if you guys have been watching me for any period of time, literally scale my businesses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 12, what is that? 15, 16. There's 16 companies right there on that piece of paper. And we added another 8 that you don't see. Mm-hmm. So that's what I want to help you with this year. That's what we spent 5 days going over. Program is fantastic. This is what you have to learn to become unbreakable. Okay? How do you get multiple sources of income? If you want to be unbreakable, when things are going bad, are you going to be the person, the hero in your family, when the world's going to shit? Okay? They're going to bring back another COVID round. They're trying to bring the Omicron back and scare you, okay? They're going to bring the spy balloon over and scare you with that, okay? Then they're going to bring inflation back. Then they're going to talk about World War III. They're going to keep bringing stuff at you to keep seeing if they can break you. Well, they ain't breaking me, ladies and gentlemen. They're not going to break my family down. They're not going to break my marriage up, okay? They're not going to break my mental fortitude. So you got to have, and if you don't want to get broken, you got to get, number 1, the unbreakable mindset, okay? Second thing you need to get is you need to get unbreakable marketing. I'll show you exactly how to do this so you can scream from the mountaintops and people buy your product. Third thing you got to get is how do you communicate to the world in a way that they listen to you and hear you, okay? How do you become unbreakable at sales? How do you become unbreakable at sales, right? How do you start making those extra sales? Not the easy ones, but how do you start converting the next 62? Okay? And then lastly, how do you scale this so that you become, see, this needs to be the Marvel comics right here, Johnny.
This is kind of, you know.
See,
the
Superman.
The Avengers.
The Avengers. How do you become the Avengers?
Yeah, that's
How
a
do
good
you
one.
become unbreakable? How does your community become unbreakable? How does everybody in your community become generational wealth builders? Superheroes, man. Look, there's a lot of bad news everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it's everywhere. It's abundant amounts of conspiracy theories, problems, situations, car wrecks, crazy people, fake news, political stuff. It ain't going to go away. They're going to keep hitting you with it. They're trying to keep you breakable. They're trying to make you small. They're trying to keep you worried. They want you to save your money. They want you to trust your money with them. They want you scared. I don't. I want you unbreakable. So we put this together for you, okay? Again, Unbreakable Business System, grantcardone.com/system. It's in red. We're going to literally take this down. It's 2:30. We're going to take this down in 33 minutes. So just put a clock on it. 33 minutes. It'll be gone. There's a one payoff option of $9.97. That saves you like $400 bucks. If you can do that, that's what I would do. If you need to do the 3-pay or the 7-pay option, take advantage of it, but get involved. We start tomorrow. Our first training is tomorrow. I put this on because so many of you missed. You missed the 5 days. I'm sorry you missed it. But I wanted to come in today and just kind of give you a revamp of what we covered. First, your head. Do the math. Do the math. $1 million, $10 million, $100 million, $1 billion. Now, once you do the math, trust me, your community, the people around you, all you got to do is go do this test, okay? Leave here and say, hey, guys, I'm going to make $1 million this year, and I'm going to join the 1% club. Go share that with the community, the people that you live with right now. Just leave this and walk over there to your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your mom. Call your mom or dad and say, man, I'm going to become a millionaire this year, Mom. I'm going to join the 1% club. Okay? You guys are like, oh, my mind's ready. Yeah, but your mama's mind ain't ready. Your daddy's mind ain't ready. Your cousin, your uncle, your brother, the person you sleep with, they still strapped down to poverty. If you're surrounded by poverty, you will end up in poverty. You understand? We got to literally change your mind, and then I got to surround you with a community of people that have the same mindset that I have. Because if you're not surrounded with people that think like you, guess what? You're going to start thinking like them again. Because there's more of them than there are you. So that's why we're having our community, okay? Just lay out the program, Jared. What exactly happens over the next 5 days?
Yeah, so
guys, you need to make a decision on this today because this starts tomorrow and then it ends, okay? So it's not like you don't have forever to think about this.
Yeah, so basically the way that the program is set up is there's 4 main components. We have the online curriculum and course. Now, this is not built out like a normal program that we build out. Most of the typical course programs that we put together, they're 8 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours of training or more, and they're typically something that's viewed over 6 months. So what we wanted to do this time around is create a much more condensed path where literally you could get results quickly. One of the big things, the one word that Grant kept coming back to was like, man, they have to go fast, they have to move fast, they have to see wins fast. Because he knows that if you can get wins fast, then that'll create momentum for you to continue to do more things, which is why he wanted to add the coaching as well. So the education, the online training alone, he did not want to just do that, even though that would have been more over-delivered 10x for sure. He wanted to make sure that you had the opportunity to sit down with our team, the ones that have been responsible for building this organization from $1.9 million a year to over $150 million a year in revenue. And each day this week, we're going to tackle one of the 5 pillars that are in this unbreakable business system. You're going to be able to come on, we're going to do a little bit of teaching, and then we're all going to do Q&A. And all of the questions that everybody's submitting, we're gonna basically, we have a voting and a ranking system where the questions that get the most are the ones that we cover on the call. I love that. And we're gonna be jamming through the top questions, literally giving people tactical how-tos from 12 years of experience that I've been with Grant. Grant's been doing this for 35 years. We've spent hundreds of millions of dollars in marketing and resources and people and team, And all of these mistakes that we've made over the last 12 years, getting the business to where it's at, and the purpose of these coaching sessions is so that we can share with you the shortcuts. You don't have to spend the time, because most of you don't have as much time as we had to figure this out. Most of you don't have the money to invest the hundreds of millions of dollars that we've had in facilities and people and team and all those things. So we want to make sure that you get access literally to the answers. This is not theory, it's not concepts, it's what can I do right now to start getting paid. So we have the curriculum piece, we have the coaching piece. Between those two things, what you're going to get at the end of the coaching is you will have your action plan for 2023 in each of the 5 areas. So for money mindset, for marketing, for communication, for sales, for scaling, you will have a plan that you can put to work. You will know exactly what you need to do. You will have targets for every area. You will need to know exactly what you need to tackle. And then the purpose of Growth Conference, let's see, what is it? Not this week, but the following week.
9 days.
You're going to be attending GrowthCon with us virtually. And the reason we want you there is because we want to blow your head off your shoulders. Like we're having the biggest and best.
And you get to see it in real time. You get to see it happen as it happens.
Celebrities, business people, massively successful entrepreneurs, people that you know. If I mention some of the names that are going to be there,
you know
you will know all of them. Some of the biggest names in the world have been on the stage. But this program is put together so that in 9 days, you will be able, 9 days from right now, you will be able to look back and you will be able to, is this the video playing, Johnny?
Yeah.
So in 9 days,
they hear you.
In 9 days, you're going to be able to look back and go, I'm a radically different person. My mind's changed. I know what I need to do. The team has helped me lay out my own plan so that I can attack 2023. You will have everything that you need to go start making immediate changes in your income, in your business.
By the way. I forgot to tell you, it costs you
nothing. And like literally, like for a lot of you, like people that we've been talking to, we did a prep call yesterday, which you will be, if you're joining the program now, you'll have access to it because we record everything. But the number one thing is they're like, man, I'm scared. I don't have the confidence. I have this fear. It's overwhelming. Like, how could you possibly expect to have confidence if you never have a plan? The example that I used, I said, can you imagine trying to go on a road trip with no directions? And for most people, they're trying to get to success. They're trying to go to this destination, and they don't have a map. There's no directions. There's no instructions. They have to figure it out on their own, and it can be extremely overwhelming. We want to make that easy for you. This is what our business is. Our business is helping people develop and design a roadmap to get them where they want to go. I want you to ask yourself a question. If you put this guy right here, you took away his money, you took away his name, you took away everything, and you put him in your exact situation right now, and the only thing that he had was his skills.
That's awesome, dude.
Do you think that he could improve your situation?
That is.
So you need to.
I don't care. Just whatever situation you got.
No matter
you're
how
a
bad.
waiter or waitress. You're a bartender. You're a nurse. You're a single mom with 2 kids. You're making $50,000 a year. You're a plumber. You're new to the country. You're new to the country. You barely speak English, and you know you're just starting to learn English. And you're in Malibu. You're coming in from what's one of those South American countries.
Guatemala.
Yeah, you're coming
Costa
up
Rica,
and you're doing the homes in Malibu. You get paid in cash, and you go, okay, you got your problems. You know, who knows whatever else is going on. You got all kind of other issues. Dude, I've had all these issues. Okay, like literally, like hiding every day, worried every day I'm gonna get arrested. So like that was another life for me. But now you take Grant Cardone, who I am and what I know, and you drop me into
just this. If that's the only thing that you get, does your situation improve, and how quickly? Because the only thing that is different between this guy and you,
dude, that's a TV show,
is what's in here.
That's
it.
Show.
That's all. The only thing that's different is information. And so the question that you need to ask yourself is, how do I get that information? The answer is you go to grantcardone.com/system and you start with us. For as little as $197, you can start tapping into the information that's in this guy's head. And just to prove to you just to prove to the world. The only reason he did what he did was to prove to the world that it was possible. He went on national TV on a show called Undercover Billionaire. They took his name, they took his money, they took his contact, they shaved his head, they changed his name, and they put him in a town he had never been before, Pueblo, Colorado.
You were impressed with what I did.
Dude, it was remarkable. In 90 days, he built a $5.5 million business. Why? Because of what's in here. This is what's missing for you. And so that is what you need to get access to so that you can move. This is the thing that I've had access to that took me from, listen, I didn't do 10X.
Yeah.
I started at $2,000 a month here.
Yeah.
I 100X'd my income.
Mm-hmm.
Because of information. This is the only person that I studied.
And a community. And he had a guy around him. Like, this is the thing. This is why we're doing the coaching. We're not just trusting you guys with some information. If you've ever signed up for a program, you know, sometimes, man, you'll get it and not even use it. I downloaded a book recently. I listened to it for 30 minutes. I hadn't listened to it for 3 days. My wife reminded me, hey, go back and listen to that. Okay, good, good. She got me back on track. You need somebody around you to get you back on track. And you're surrounded by a bunch of people right now that don't want you to get on track, even though they know you need to. So look, guys, we made this really easy. My goal is to get you in the 1% club as fast as possible. I'd like to get you on track in the next 9 days so we can have a community in 9 days in Las Vegas online. Hundreds of people talking about, bro, I'm there, I'm on track. I just went from nothing to this. It can happen that fast, by the way.
And I'll tell you that we've had people, because we're connected, we have a community of folks that have already enrolled in this.
Testimonials, Johnny.
They have not yet gone through all of the curriculum. They have not been through the coaching. They don't have their plan yet. And they haven't been to GrowthCon yet. And they're already winning. Things are already changing for them because of the decision that they've made. They finally got to the point where they said, enough's enough.
Sick and tired.
I'm sick and tired of being in my situation. I'm sick and tired of saying I'm going to do something and then never doing something. And then they take one step and they make one commitment. And that commitment requires them to actually do something, right? Like they've actually made a financial commitment. Now they have an obligation behind that.
Follow it up. So also I want you to know that not only do you get support for the next 9 days, the program's yours for life, but more importantly, this is why people don't understand why I did this credit thing. This credit is sitting in my store so that in March, 30 days from right now, you want to come to our sales workshop, you can. You want to come to our boot camp, you can. You want to come to our real estate event, you can. That's sitting in credit. Okay, it's sitting there. You can't do March? Good. April, I have the same events in April in Scottsdale and Miami. You want to come to our scaling event, our People Essentials event. You want to know how to start picking the right people. You want to come to our communication event, our closers event, our negotiating event, like literally 150 events a year. You can pick Scottsdale or Miami. Come, and then we get to meet you. You want to come to my headquarters day. That freaking day is stupid. People get to come in here and see how we run each of these departments. If you're a business owner, that is a must, okay? So all year we're here to support you. That's when we really want to get to meet you and get to know you and get to see who's serious about this 1% club. Now, for those of you who the 1% club is not big enough, okay, look, man, I did this. I used to do this once a year. Now I do it every month. I'm just saying, how big you want to go? Okay, you want to get in the brick club? Let's go. I've been there. I know how to get there. I know how you can get there. And I believe that everybody watching this can get in this 10 million. You can get in the $100 million club or the brick club, okay? But you got to have a strategy. You got to have a mindset. You got to have a community around you. You have to have different strategies as you move up the ecosystem. And you need somebody to help you get there. You're not going to get there by yourself. It's never happened in the history of the world. Nobody. Steve Gates, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Elon, okay? Not even Fauci. Fauci couldn't even do it by himself. Jesus didn't do it by himself. Nobody, no matter how great you are, how big you are, no matter who you are, nobody goes it alone. And everybody changes their community along the way. So we want to help you. We're here for you. Jared, the offer is $997, guys, a $16,000 program, okay? In 21 minutes, it's off. It's over. 21 minutes, you'll never see this offer again, okay? It's $16,485. You get it for $997, or you can do a 3-pay for $397 a month. And You get, Johnny, you get to be at our growth conference in 9 days, and you get to come hang out with us.
And you get the credit. And there's a 30-day money-back guarantee for all you skeptics. Like, we've tried to make this as easy as we possibly could because we know there's a lot of things that hold people back. We've been doing this for a long time. So we know that there's a lot of things that happened in the past that can prevent people from making the right decision in the present. And so we just know that getting close to us, you have the best chance of making a move because we've got the results. We've got for, you know, I mean, geez, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of people who have come through our programs who are winning bigger in life because of it. And we believe that you can be the next one. So all you need to do is make a decision.
See, I'm doing this right now, and this lady who does, she does massage. She says, hey, I'm watching your live video on IG. I was thinking I may be able to connect you with one of my clients who owns all billboard platforms in 18 cities in the U.S. plus Canada. He's the largest digital media company in the world, Times Square. See, guys, I'm doing this for free today. Guess what? I get a lead. A good lead, a good lead. Okay, that's what I'm going to teach you guys how to do. Everybody watching, there's something you know that you should be sharing with the world, but you just don't see how it's going to ever pay off. We'll help you see that. Okay? We'll help you build that. We'll help you with that. And by the way, if you get big enough, you get in this club, you figure out how to do $1 million a year, dude, I'll be your partner.
Yeah.
If you're the right person, you know what we do. You guys want to do, how many of you'd like to do business with me? You'd like me to partner in your business?
That's the real,
I ain't going to do it. Yeah. I ain't going to partner in your business if you don't know what we do. People every day come to me, hey man, I'd like you to be a partner in my business. Okay, you've been to our boot camp? No. You've been to our sales workshop? No. You've been to our marketing workshop? No. You don't know anything I do, but you want me to do all the work is what you want me to do. How about I just buy your company and you go away and we blow your company up? We've done that too. Okay.
But the big goal here, the big goal, just so you guys know, is not to sell a $997 course or a $1,000 event ticket or a $3,000 event ticket one time. Our goal, like our mission now, the way that this becomes a $10 billion public company is because we partner with people who are successful in business and want to get there faster. Pete Vargas, who was a part of this program the last few days, I guess 2 weeks that we've been doing this, we partnered with him last year. He did more in net profit his first year in partnership with us than he did in top line revenue the year before. And so what we do is we come on, we blow on, and we magnify businesses. Brandon Dawson's business got started at $0 39 months ago. And 39 months later, the company did $80 million in sales. Okay? The reason is because we figured the marketing thing out to where that marketing thing can blow businesses up. So
this company right here, I was a client of this company.
Yep.
Okay, I now own the company. I'm a partner in the company, majority partner. And this company was doing $250,000 a month. It's doing $4 million a month now. The guy we bought it from, Gary Brecka, you might have seen him online. He's making more money as a minority owner with less trouble, less problems because we know how to scale it. Just because you have a good business and a good business idea and you're a good person does not mean you're going to get good results. You got to have a system.
So our plan is to do that. That is where
we really want to go.
Cardone, that is where the team, that is where our big score comes from. Our job is to make sure that everybody that is below $10 million a year in revenue has everything that they need to go to $125 million. And so our mission is to help you get the tools, strategies, and skill sets that you need to go from 0 to 100,000, from 100,000 to $1 million, from $1 million to 10 million, and then we partner with you.
Yeah, you guys understand what Jared's saying, right? My path to 8 billion people is to go public at some point. So people can invest in the company. I made a reference to this earlier. So if you guys want to play, let's go. You want to grow something big? Let's go. You want to build a business? Let's go, okay? You guys, this is your first step to get involved with us. And then let's put you to the test, see what you got. Let's give you the support. The education. This is what I wanted when I was a kid.
Yeah.
On the come up, I'm like, man, I just need support. I need to be around the right people. I need to be around people that are thinking the right way. If you've ever prayed for help, wished for help, meditated for help, or wanted help, let me help you. Let my team help you, okay? I'm not going to give it to you, okay? You don't need a handout. You need an opportunity. And I'm here to support you. I'm here to give you the opportunity. Hit the freaking page. Do what you got to do. I can't make the commitment for you. You're the one that makes the commitment for you. Okay, Johnny, back to me. Okay, I can't make the commitment. I can do the rest for you. Two things I can't do. I can't make the commitment. You got to do that. Number two, you got to show up. If you do those two things, my team will do the rest of the work. Okay, got to keep showing up too. Keep coming, man. Keep coming. Okay, we give you this program for life so that you can listen to it and watch it a second time, a third time, a fourth time, a fifth time. We record everything so you miss nothing. Okay, God bless. Be great, guys. I hope you're part of this. Thank you for joining me today. Jerry Grant Cardone. Hey, 2023, it's either going to be the best year you ever had or it's going to be the worst year you ever had.
Let's go.
This guy is inspiring. There's something genuine about Grant Cardone.
He's got so many different ideas for what you can actually do, and he's really changed the way I look at my business.
I really connected with Grant because I grew up without a dad like he did.
International sales expert Grant Cardone,
New York Times best-selling author,
has founded up to 14 companies now and growing still.
Money won't make you happy, folks. Poverty won't get you anything.
He's an international speaker to speak about motivation, leadership, entrepreneurship, and finance. The man, Uncle G, Mr. Grant Cardone!
These are roads, and I bought into the concept that if I build it, they will come. A road without traffic is useless. So I need you to get traffic. I need you to get attention.
I found out that when I was contributing to the life of another person, it was better fuel than it was contributing to my own bank account.
If you're going to be the ultimate success that you really want to be, you got to be able to relate outside of your comfort zone. So I came to shatter some boxes.
You are the one. You are the one that's going to break the generational curses in your family. You are the one that's going to be the first multi-millionaire in your family. You just ain't stepped up to the plate yet.
It's really remarkable how you can achieve anything in life. How do you define big? What's your dream?
I'm going to show you guys how to instantly outspend your competitors and ethically steal all potential customers in your market, which is going to be pretty exciting, right?
We want to see you strong, powerful, and winning in life. We are 10X!
It is my job to give you the data, give you the information, give you the strategy, make ourselves available to help you. Your job is to continue to show up.